In this video, I'm going to explain how to sync your grades from Schoology to PowerSchool. The very first thing that you want to make sure that you've done is set up the grading categories in your PowerTeacher Pro, and that you also have the grading categories set up in Schoology. Once you have that established, you'll go down here on the left-hand side to your course, and there's a tile here that says PowerSchool. When you click on that, it's going to bring up this screen. The very first time that you click on it, it's going to ask you to authorize your account. So you just approve it, and you won't have to do that except for the first time. We have two tabs up here, Sync Grades and Configuration. You want to click on Configuration. Under Configuration, we are mapping the categories that we want to send from Schoology to PowerSchool. So you want to make sure that this button right here is selected, Customize Grade Category Mapping. And mine looks a little different than yours because I don't have gradebook access anymore to have formative and summative, but over here in the right column, it's pulling any category that you have set up in PowerTeacher Pro. So you should have formative and summative. Maybe in the past you've used homework, quizzes, and tests. Those will all show up here. Over here in the left-hand side are any Schoology course categories. So you'll see it has a drop-down, and any category that you have set up in Schoology will show up here. So you should have formative and summative for Schoology, and then over here underneath the PowerSchool, you should also have a formative and summative somewhere in the list. You do not have to have matching across for every single category. You will only match up two categories. So you're only matching your formative category and your summative category. So you want to make sure that horizontally, formative matches up with formative and summative matches up with summative. Again, mine looks different because I don't have formative and summative in my grade book because I don't have access anymore. But once you've matched up formative and formative, summative and summative, you're going to scroll down and hit Save Changes. Then you'll go up to this button where it says Sync Grades. This is where you are selecting which assignments are being synced to your gradebook. It's going to give you all of the assignments that you have in your Schoology course, and it will likely say Not Yet Synced. That's because you haven't sent it to your gradebook yet. It also has this column where it says Last Successful Sync. So once an assignment is successfully synced, which you can see down here, it gives you a green successful alert, and it gives you the date of when you last synced it. That's important because sometimes kids submit assignments late, or they take a test after you've already synced it because they were absent, and this will let you know, hey, it hasn't been synced since this date, so maybe I need to resync it. So for you to sync an assignment, there are two different options here. This button up here where it says Sync Changes is going to sync over any grades that you have graded in Schoology. It will also update any grades. So let's say that someone submitted an assignment late and you had already synced to your grade book. When you hit Sync Changes, it will update that child's assignment in PowerSchool, and their grade will now be included in the grade book. You also have this recycle symbol looking button underneath of Action, and this allows you to sync individual grade or individual assignments. So if you only want to sync assignments that you know that you've graded all of your student submissions, you can do it one at a time. It's completely up to you. You can either do multiple at a time or you can do them one at a time. Sometimes you will get a view error code, and if you hover over the view error, it will tell you what the problem is. So in my instance here, I don't have a category assigned to this assignment in Schoology, so before it knows where to send it in PowerSchool, I have to assign a category, a grading category to it. So if you just hover over the error code, it will tell you how to fix it, and then you just make the change and then come back and sync it. Syncing sometimes is very fast, almost instantaneous, and sometimes it is a little bit delayed depending on how the system is going. I found that if I have my gradebook open and I hit sync at the same, while my gradebook is open, that a lot of times the syncing takes longer. So if I close my gradebook, a lot of times it will sync faster. But it really is just how the system is running that day for how it will sync. But you will know that it is successfully synced once it says successful. Whenever it's thinking about syncing or in the process of doing it, you'll get an alert here in this column that says queued, that it's in line to be sent over to your gradebook. It's very simple to sync your grades from Schoology to PowerSchool.